Hi, welcome to World of Braiding and Extensions. My name is Joyphido, and today we're going to take you through the usual thing we've been doing recently, the hair helpline, and this is episode 5. So we got a whole package of information to share with you, lots of inquiries, lots of emails, lots of telephone calls. So welcome on board. So I'm going to start by thanking everyone. This is a big thank you from us here. Thank you to everyone who's been following us on this journey. We've got over 3.5 million viewers so far. People who've been buying the DVDs, people who've been downloading the training online, and people who've been contacting us by email and phoning us and all kinds of things. The general support we really do appreciate, because we know that with you out there listening and being part of what we are doing, we feel energized to do some more. Now, if we don't get people asking us questions and being interested in what we are doing, we really would not see any point in doing what we do, so we then have to stop and go on and do something else. So we are responding to your interest in what we are doing, and that's why we are here. So we want you to learn to share what we've offered you. If you find that what we've been doing has helped you, has given you something, now we want you to help others by sharing this message with them as well. Because we still get people, only 2 days ago I had a phone call and this lady was like, I just realized you came to the US and I wasn't able to be part of it. I feel really bad. Now she only just got to know about us 3 days ago. So if you know people who might find what we're doing useful, and you have been able to see it and know about it, please feel free to share our information with all your friends, all your family, anyone that may find what we are doing useful. Please share it, because like we do here, we're happy to share knowledge with you. So we also believe you should be happy to share the knowledge you've got from us with other people. So we want to say thank you so much for being part of us and for helping us to carry on this journey as far as we've done. Now keep following us, keep supporting us, keep asking your questions, because that's what's actually helping us to come up with ideas and come up with things to share with you. So thank you again. So this particular episode 5, is going to be all about self-empowerment, raising standards in the industry, personal appearance and how people see you, the image you're presenting that will help bring clients to you, support from family and loved ones. And we want you to now see this industry as not just hair, but there's so much more in it, and we're going to be telling you some of the things that you can be adding on to help your business grow. So we're going to go into the emails, and then I'll talk you through what's going on, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm going to read an email to you. I'm beginning to feel that maybe people are not too happy with me mentioning their names, so I'm not going to mention them. I'll just go into the email, and whoever it is will know that this is what they did send to us. But if you want us to mention them, feel free to tell us when you email us, because then we're not invading your privacy. So this message was from someone to us saying, sorry for taking a while to get back to you. This past week has been very hectic for her. Now, she wanted to take on training, but hasn't been able to decide what she wants to do. And the reason, because she spoke with her husband about attending the training, and her husband wasn't enthusiastic about this, especially when it came down to the price that she was going to be paying for the course. So she still intends to take the training, but she's going to look at different ways of saving her money and look at how she can get on board to get this training. Now this message really did touch me, because I can relate to her very easily. This is similar to my story when I started this journey. Years back, when I knew this was what I wanted to do. Now this is what it is. There are some of us that have what they call foresight, which some people also call the power to visualize. So what's happening is, in your head, you can see a brighter future. You can see things you can do with whatever it is you're looking at. You have seen the image in your head and you know what it is. And then you chat with people around you, your family, your friends, your relatives, and they don't see it. Now, most times they're definitely going to say to you, absolutely no, because they're not seeing what you are seeing. Now, this is where it's very important. What you can try and do is try and talk them gradually. Again, it's okay to just say that here, but I know how difficult it is. You might try your best to explain what you're trying to do, and they find it really hard to take it on. Now, I was very happy with this person because she said to me, even if my husband's not that interested, I'm going to find a way to deal with this. And that's what I did. Because my family and my friends and all you can think of were not completely in support with what I was planning to do. They were like, no, you're a graduate, you have so many degrees, you worked in so many important places, you have it all. Why are you thinking of going into something that nobody knows about, something that's not known? And it comes from a point of view of they're scared. They're afraid of the unknown. So that's what it is. So you may have family friends who may just not believe in what you're believing in. And this is not just a one-off case. I have had so many women in my training whose husband have completely been against them taking on the training. But they have found ways to deal with it. I had a lady in particular who used to hide her training head in her friend's house in order to come for training. Her husband was okay with her going to visit her friend and sitting with her to chat the whole day through. But when she said, I want to go for training, he had a big issue with that. No, you cannot go training because you're wasting your money. But she knew that she needed the skill. She knew that there was something unique about what she wanted to add on to what she knew. But he wasn't seeing that. And that was how drastic his attitude was. And this is just one of those instances. We've had people who are fighting their wives because they decided to go and add knowledge onto themselves. They would rather she sits at home, do nothing, and beg money from them. So these are major things going on in families. So you can then find a way to deal with it. Find a way to deal with it. In as much as I'm saying that, I've also had issues where the husbands had the one actually picking the phone and phoning and booking for their wives. While the wife is saying, no, I'm not interested. And he says, no, you have a skill, you have a hand, I can see the way you look at hair. So this is something you might need. So we have instances like that where both parties are not agreeing. But once you know it is in you and you know what you're dreaming of, I say, give it your all. No matter how slow you're going to find your way to get there, find it and don't give up on it. Because when you give up, you're going to be regretting for the rest of your life. So we really appreciate this email this person sent to us, and we're really happy to share this information with everyone because I know there are so many people out there who probably are in this same kind of situation and don't know what to do. So help yourself, because that's what they say, heaven helps those who help themselves. If you don't help yourself, unfortunately, we may be married, we may have husbands, we may have wives, we may have everything, but when it comes down to it, when things go really down, you are the one who are going to be responsible for yourself. So this is your opportunity to take care of that dream that you are thinking of. So again, carrying on from what I just talked about and remembering what we talked about in episode 4, I had someone send me a message and going on about, you are preaching. And I actually did reply to say, yeah, thank you for noticing that I preach. Because someone has got to give this information out. Someone has to take this role of letting people remind themselves of the skills and the abilities they have in them. Now, this is something I want you to remember. I tend to talk a lot about this because I have huge passion in this. And it really does hurt me to know that we have so much available to us and we're not using it. That's why I tend to preach. Now, this is the angle I'm looking at. There's something they call personal development. And I have done a lot in personal development. I've attended trainings, I've bought books, I've listened to DVDs and, watch DVDs and listen to CDs. Now, these are the things that we have been brought up with. We have been mentally made to feel that we're not strong enough, that we cannot dream, that we don't have skills in us. We have to completely depend on somebody else for us to grow. Now, this is what personal development changes. The minute you start looking into yourself, the power to become whoever you want to be depends on you. It's all in your mind. It's all in how you see things. And this is why it's so hard for people to actually make changes in their life, because they haven't taken it from the inside. You have to go inside first to change what's in you. That's what they call it. They say if you want to make a change, you have to change yourself. So if you don't change, no matter what you're trying to learn, no matter what you're looking at, no matter your environment, and I love to use that word environment because I come from Africa, I live in England, and I travel a lot to the US and many other countries. And I see human beings as the same. Just because you live in Africa doesn't make you any less important than the person who lives in the US. And I've seen so many things and it makes me laugh. Your environment may have everything that it should have, that should push you forward, that should make you see better and change your life. But because your brain and your mentality, the way you see life has not changed, you might be living in the middle of comfort and accessible to everything that you can think of, but you're not seeing it because your mind has not allowed you to open itself to see all the things around you. So this is why I tend to focus on trying to help you release the way you see things so you can change the environment, to change you to suit the environment you live in. So we're looking at empowerment. It's important that you start changing the way you see things. So I might preach, but trust me, I'm preaching things that I think hopefully will help you reevaluate the way you see things. Self-empowerment is very important because, you know, someone phoned me the other day and she said, I want to be able to create amazing hairstyles, but I'm scared. I don't know if I'm imitating other people. This was one of the things I said to her. Buy magazines, hair magazines, and look at them and see what the celebrities are doing as well, because this is where your clients are looking. And you may get an idea from what they are doing and use it to change what you're thinking of. And her comment was, I'm scared people might think I'm imitating. That is a mental thing, because there is nothing wrong with imitating. Everybody in this world imitated from somebody. So if you want to make something unique, all you have to do is just change one little part of it, change the way that you call yours, just add something extra and suddenly it becomes yours. But you're not going to dream up that brand new idea that no one has ever dreamt of. So empowerment is very important, and I want you to start clearing all those clogs that are blocking the way you reason and the way you see things. So this was what I did say to her, and that's why I thought I should bring that up today, to make you realize that we need to change the way we look at things. Another thing was raising standards. Now we tend to talk about natural hair a lot, and we talk about healthy hair, and we're talking about setting up your own natural hair business. And I have quite a lot of students right now training with me online using Skype. Now this is one of the things I want to do when I talk to my students. I say to you, make sure you're dressed well. Make sure you look the part. It's an image industry. Now, if you came to training with me here, I probably said to you, no, this is what we're going to wear today. Dress smart, dress nice, look the part. But because you're online, you're in your house, I'm not with you, so I cannot force you to dress the way you want to dress. But all I say to you, it does not matter where you are. You need to look the part. And that's what we're trying to bring into this industry, to raise the standards, to make people stop seeing you as ordinary. We want to look good, we want to look the part. Because we wear natural hair doesn't mean we should stop looking good. So these are the things I want you to take on board. Raising the standards of the industry that we represent, because it's an image industry and people want to look at you and feel good. And this is one of the places where when Solange started wearing box braids, I felt really great. And then she's worn her Afro wig as well. Amazing. Now everybody wants that look because Solange has worn it and added all the accessories that make her look amazing. Now before she did that, nobody wanted to touch those hairstyles. So this is what we're trying to bring on. The more we see our celebrities look at parts and we want that part, we also need to present ourselves well in whatever part we want people to look at us. And that's what's going to bring the money you're looking for. That's what's going to bring the clients to your business. So your environment where you set up, we talked about this in the last episode, where you set up your business You keep it comfortable, you keep it beautiful, you know, little perfumes or body sprays or hairspray, not hairsprays, or you know, air fresheners, things like that. The place smells nice, looks good, people walk in with confidence. That's what we want to change. An industry that we will be proud of. So we're saying as many as possible should join the industry in so many categories. You could be a magazine editor, you could be a journalist, you could be the owner of the magazine, you could be retailer selling the extensions and the products, and then we stop sitting down and mourning and folding our arms and say we cannot find a job. I keep hearing all the time people phoning and saying, I lost my job 5 months ago, I lost my job 1 year ago, I know I'm going to lose my job. And because I've been that route, I know how terrible it might sound and how sad it might be. But trust me, I say to people, when one window, how do they say, when one door closes, another window opens, it could just be an opportunity for you to move on to do something different. Because like I keep saying, we've been brought up to believe that somebody else should create us a job. So this is the time to start changing that mindset that we've had all these years, to start expecting people to create jobs for us. We should create jobs for ourselves. And I'm encouraging you to not only create for yourself, but create for your children unborn, generations of unborn of your own lineage. Because imagine how great it will be like when your own child can finish their school and come and work in the family business. And then his own child as well. And then it grows. Where your children don't have to sit and wait and say, Mom, I can't find a job. That is the worst case scenario. That's where you don't want to be. And so this is the chance for you to start thinking ahead of time, what can I do to help my family? Without you completely relying on everybody to give you a job. Because the depression or the economic recession that's going on has really made people start thinking. And this is where I want you to start thinking as well. Cut out this dependency on other people to provide for you. So hair is definitely an option for you, and it's not for me to force it, but if you find you have a passion in it, I would suggest you start looking at it from a serious point of view. When you look at the statistics of how much is in the industry, they are mind-boggling. Trillions and billions, and then you wonder, where are this money? Who's holding it? In whose hand are these monies they're talking about? Why don't we all join and share this money that's circulating around us? Okay, so we're gonna close it now, but we hope we've been able to share something with you. Some of the other things that came up were like, I have really fine hair, how do I deal with it? We've talked about different ways of taking care of your hair. We've written loads and loads of blogs on that. So whenever these emails come talking about hair, most times I just send them links to what I've written before, and then we take it from there. But again, we are really definitely working on creating a DVD that will take you step by step on how to care for your hair, no matter how old or how young the person is, like a 6-month-old going as far as 80-year-old, it doesn't matter. Taking care of your hair is generally similar steps, and that will help to keep your hair moisturized and healthy. What we may be looking at in future will be, looking at the different things that are so that concerns us so much with the natural hair, and then look at different ways we can deal with them. They could either be in the form of a blog, or we might take it through a helpline as well. But remember, our helpline topics are usually based on what you say to us, what you write to us, the emails we receive, the phone calls we get, other things like the responses you give to our videos. So that's where we get the topics from. So most times it's not something we are thinking about, it's something you have written and we just respond to them. So if you want more helpline, then write in some more. But we like to really put together a team. All the people that have bought our videos, our YouTube, watched our videos, downloaded and are learning with us, and people who have trained with us over the years. We want to support you. We want to see the images that you're creating. We want to see what's going on with you in the industry. So if you can email me, we have something we've set up. It's actually a Ning account, and it's called Professional Natural Hair and Extensions extn.ning.com. So the extension is extn.ning.com. So professional natural hair and extension. So extn then .ning.com. So if you have if you're not sure about that, just email me and I'll send you an invitation. It gives you access to throw in your pictures, gives you freedom to chat with me and chat with other people in the industry as well. So a place where we can all meet and talk about what we're going through and what's happening in the industry. And we thought we needed to do something like that. When you also get on that side, the name then says professional natural hair professionals. So when you get there, don't be confused and say which one is which. To access the account or the Ning account is professional natural hair and extension.ning.com. So again, follow us on Facebook, World of Braiding and Extensions, and see my images, World of Braiding. Follow us on Instagram, queenbraids, on Twitter, World of Braiding, on Tumblr, World of Braiding, and on LinkedIn. Quite a lot of response coming from LinkedIn recently. We have joyphido on LinkedIn, and we also have a group on LinkedIn called Professional Natural Hair Glamour. So you can always join that as well and throw in your images and things you're working with. We're seeing everything that you're doing. So thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. It's been a pleasure chatting with you again today.